There are billions of people around the world who have different personalities, different lifestyles, and different traits. No two individuals are the exact same. However, there are certain tests which can help categorize people and find a better understanding for who they are. Before I conducted these personality tests, I believed I had a pretty good idea of who I was as a person, what my interests were, what my hobbies were, and who I like to think of myself as. I have realized after conducting these tests and analyzing myself, though, there is more to my personality than just my likes and interests. It is suggested that workplace contentment and workplace enjoyment is crucial to well-being. These personality tests are crucial to my success in the workforce because they'll help me understand what my personality is like, what I need to do to succeed, and how to understand myself better. The first personality test that I've chosen to analyze myself through is social styles. I personally enjoyed using social styles as a means of learning about my personality, as I found the results provided an accurate understanding of what would occur in the workplace and a practical approach to how I can look at the results. The social style model has two major components, which is then divided up into four categories to define the individual. The first component is assertiveness versus responsiveness. Assertiveness refers to those who like to take charge in a group situation, whereas responsiveness refers to those who like to build on the ideas of others and come to a collective goal. The other component of social styles is emoting and controlling. Those who are emoting prefer to express themselves outwardly in social settings, whereas those who are controlling prefer to maintain their composure in tough emotional situations. Having conducted the test, I have found that I scored higher in responsiveness and emotion, suggesting that I'm the amiable social style. The key to someone with an amiable personality type is that their aim is to get along with everyone. They wish to work towards collective goals with their team and make sure they work to allow other people to lead the way while they support and help them along. For me personally, the amiable social style does accurately reflect who I am as a person. I really do like working towards team-orientated goals. I like building on other people's ideas. I like facilitating a welcoming and warm environment where all group members are able to work together. And I think I'm someone that other people like to work with. I feel like they feel like I can add something to their ideas. I can help them facilitate their ideas. And overall, I just want to make sure that the team gets to the place they need to get to. A key strength for being an amiable social style is my empathy and my ability to listen to others. A study found that those with an amiable social style are less likely to develop anxiety in the workforce and are more likely to offer their employer versatility in the job they do. The essential weakness of the amiable social style is that my desire to create relationships and strong cohesion within the group can often see me avoid conflict and attempt to resolve matters in a way that may not always seek the best resolution. It might just rather be to stop the fighting or stop the issue from escalating further, but it might not necessarily solve that issue. A key implication for the workforce that I can take from my amiable social style is that at times I could have a strong idea and I could have an idea that's worthwhile. However, due to my personality and being more of a supportive role, I might not put it forward, and I might be put off from taking the lead in some situations. So I think that's really important for me to work on. If I have a strong idea, I need to voice it. I need to stand with my idea. I need to present it in a way that can be accepted by the other group members, because I'm very good at helping other group members facilitate their ideas. But I need to make sure when I have my own strong ideas, I'm courageous enough and brave enough to put them forward and stand by them and take lead when the situation arises that it needs me to. The second personality test that I have looked at is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is defined as the ability to understand your own emotions and the emotions of the people around you. It has been further defined to suggest that emotional intelligence should help in decision making and aid thought processes. The three main categories that emotional intelligence evaluates is self-awareness, empathy, and social skills. It has been concluded that emotional intelligence is considered a vital aspect of a functional workplace environment, which is why I've chosen to analyze it as my second personality test. As can be seen from my results in the test, I received a total score of 90, which rated me as a good level of emotional intelligence. I also scored highly in the categories of social skills and empathy. The results of the emotional intelligence test that I took were not overly surprising to me. It's about what I would have expected. I had a reasonably high score in the total score, which I would have expected based on other tests I've done and who I think of myself as a person. I like to care about others. I think about their emotions. I feel like I understand my emotions as well. In terms of the individual scores, scoring highly in social skills and empathy follows that sort of same track of caring about the emotions of others. Slightly surprised with the low score in terms of self-awareness, because I consider myself to be quite self-aware and concerned about the things that are going on around me. A study found that a key benefit of having a high emotional intelligence is that the staff member is less likely to have high stress levels and is more likely to find happiness and life satisfaction through their job. A potential weakness of my results of the emotional intelligence test is that I can possibly pay too much attention to what other people think of me, and I can allow it to manifest into something greater than it should be. For example, if I'm in a workforce and I present an idea that the manager may not like, it has the potential to weigh on me further and longer than it should, rather than accepting the criticism and moving on to the next idea. In comparing and analysing the results of my two tests, there's a clear similarity that stands out to me, that being that my emotions play a significant role in how I communicate with others. So I care about how others feel about the people around me, I care about how they feel about me, and I'm striving to make sure that our collective goal is worked on together while balancing that with the emotions of the people around me. A difference in results between the two tests that I picked up on after analysing my emotional intelligence test in particular was that at times I can possibly put the emotions of others in front of my own needs, and that may be something that needs to be reconsidered. So it didn't necessarily show up in my amiable social style, but after looking at my emotional intelligence results and looking at managing my own emotions, I scored quite lowly there, which makes me maybe consider that I'm not putting enough time into looking after myself. It is important, though, to acknowledge that personality tests do have some limitations. Testing can often depend on the mood that the individual is in and depend on what example they can recall most recently in their mind. This is why some caution is required in analysing personality tests and assessing the results. The key strategies I'd like to focus on from my amiable social style is that in certain situations it's possible that I could take a better lead in assignments. So when I'm at university, it's a perfect opportunity to practice that. Where if I think I have a strong idea, I take the lead, I be independent if needed, and I back myself in rather than relying on others to come up with ideas. I take the lead in those situations. And another one is on the weekends I play cricket at a cricket club, and I would like to continue taking on captaincy because I think that gives me autonomy and it gives me an opportunity to lead others and direct others and also take on their ideas when needed. So I think that also strikes a good balance in managing taking lead in situations. Another strategy that I will look to implement is engaging in conflict when it arises in my life, because from my results it seems clear that I tend to avoid conflict and I try to avoid situations that may be uncomfortable. However, those situations may be necessary to reach a resolution and reach the ultimate goal of having a good result. So I think at times I need to be able to accept that conflict is necessary for strong resolutions. And one clear way I can do that is when there's an issue at university, whether it be through content or teaching styles or concepts that I just don't understand or are not clear to me, or I disagree with them that a teacher tells me at university, I approach that teacher directly and discuss the issue with them and resolve it, as opposed to getting frustrated and leaving class and not following up on it, and then ultimately my marks will fail further. So I think I need to approach that conflict in a way that will seek a healthy resolution.